doing a strut replacement on a 2018 Nissan Titan Platinum Reserve. Taking the wheel off here, and to do that you just need a 21 millimeter socket. If you got an impact, even better, but if not, you can do the old-fashioned way with the ratchet. So anyway, like I say, we got the tire off, got it jacked up on jack stands, because you're going to need your jack to manipulate this control arm, lower control arm some, as you do this replacement. Right, let's see. Okay, yeah, that thing's super loose. Okay, so that side's done. Right now to get them things on the replace soon list. And then again, like I say, you got to do both sides. So this is the driver's side. I'm going to do this passenger side now. Okay, so the point of loosening and removing this stud out of its mounting bracket, so you can move this sway bar, and you're actually going to move it down like that. So I'd already moved it because I had loosened the passenger side, as I talked about. And if you got an impact wrench, great time to use it. I talked about earlier, I'd already got that undone. $19 millimeter. You got the socket and then the open-end wrench. Uh-oh. Let me get this out the way. Taking a slight amount of tension off that control arm. I'm not going to take it out all the way, because I'll loosen these up in the top first. Get a little loose. Here. And there's that third one in the back. Let's see if we can get a better angle on this side than before. Alright, 14 millimeter to break them loose. I got the little breaker bar. Remember, you can take them all off if you want, but I suggest you leave one nut on until you get all your tension off your strut. So I got the tension off of it. Pretty much, mostly at least. There we go. This one broke pretty easy as well, so that's good news. Take a little bit of that weight off so I can get this nut off here easy with finger loosening. There we go. There we go. It's a dance to get these things in there. Do the bottom bolt first. We're just going to put it in though. We're not going to do any tightening. Very, very small dab of anti-seize. Doesn't have any Loctite on it, but if you want to, you can do that. If you don't want to, then don't do it. There we go. Here we go. Run those down finger tight. Again, just snug and not fully torqued yet. I've already put my nut on the back side of this lower bolt. Turn my impact down to its lowest setting. Okay folks, alright, we're about to do some torquing here. Did the driver's side already. Now we're on to the passenger side. We'll do the lower ones first, or lower one first. Again, 19 millimeter, 129 foot-pounds. There we go, 129. And I talk about with an extension, I usually add a pound extra of torque per inch of extension. So it's a 3-inch extension, so 132 is what I would have put it at. But 129 is what it calls for, if you can go without an extension. This is a very clumsy size torque wrench, so that's what I got. Top bolts or nuts on those studs, 47. There we go. Alright, so got the torque done on the upper 3 nuts and then the lower mounting bolt for that goes in the control arm for the strut. So now we can get this sway bar rotated back up. Okay, just like that. Move it up and down as you need to get that sway bar end link in there. Just a small amount on the, at least for me on the end. Mine's rusting more. Again, I need to look at getting these replaced. What I did mention earlier is you can use a adjustable, but you got to get it in there. You need one that's not super bulky. Snugging it. 66 pounds or foot-pounds is a decent amount of torque. Okay. There we go. We back in business on that one. Don't get in a situation where this happens. If it does, just loosen it up a little bit. And then get less grip on it, but not so much where it rounds off. All right, nothing's changed, still 66. There we go. All right. Yeah, at this point, now we're ready to put the wheels back on. She's ready to go after this, pretty much. Put the wheels back on, 21 millimeter. Yeah, so. Let's try that again. Yeah. Almost had a catastrophic issue. All right, folks, and that's it.